Brock Purdy's journey from an unheralded high school quarterback to a starting quarterback in the NFL is one of the most incredible underdog stories in sports history. A story fueled by relentless determination, staggering resilience, and a seemingly impossible ascent to the highest stage in football. In the world of professional sports, where expectations are as towering as the stadiums themselves, Purdy defied the odds in ways no one could have predicted. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more NFL insights, tips, and stories. Thanks for watching. Now let's dive in. It all began in Gilbert, Arizona, where a young Brock was surrounded by a family that lived and breathed football. His father, Sean Purdy, had been a pitcher in the minor leagues, and his brother Chubba was also a quarterback. Football wasn't just a hobby. It was the family's way of life. By the time he reached high school at Perry High, Brock had already developed into an accurate passer with quick feet, but recruiters weren't impressed. To many scouts, he was simply another undersized, overlooked talent. Offers from powerhouse programs like Alabama or Clemson, they never came. Brock Purdy's dreams of playing Division I football began to feel like distant fantasies, but he remained undeterred. Then, a lifeline came from Iowa State University. The Cyclones weren't a traditional football powerhouse, but they saw what others didn't. For them, Purdy was a diamond in the rough, and they offered him a scholarship. Little did they know, this young quarterback would transform their program and his own destiny beyond their wildest dreams. By his sophomore year at Iowa State, Purdy had established himself as one of the most exciting quarterbacks in college football. His sophomore season was electric, leading the Cyclones to historic wins and even earning himself Heisman Trophy buzz. What set Purdy apart wasn't just his stats, it was his poise, his football IQ, and his ability to make magic happen when all seemed lost. He thrived in the chaos of a collapsing pocket, escaping defenders, and launching pinpoint throws when others might crumble. Fans dubbed him Big Play Brock, and with each passing game, the legend grew. But even after a stellar college career, the NFL scouts weren't sold. Despite breaking nearly every passing record at Iowa State, Purdy didn't hear his name called until the very last pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, Mr. Irrelevant. Picked by the San Francisco 49ers, Purdy entered the league as the ultimate underdog. The Mr. Irrelevant title is often a curse, but for Purdy, it became fuel. The 49ers had no plans for Purdy to play right away. He was buried on the depth chart behind Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. But football is unpredictable, and by week 13 of the 2022 season, injuries to both quarterbacks thrust Purdy into the starting role. The 49ers season was teetering on the brink, and expectations were low. How could a rookie, the last pick of the draft, possibly lead this team to success? What happened next stunned the entire football world. Purdy's first start came against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a true David versus Goliath matchup. Not only did Purdy outshine the greatest quarterback of all time, but he did it with a calmness and confidence beyond his years. The 49ers cruised to victory, and suddenly, Mr. Irrelevant was front-page news. The magic continued. Purdy rattled off win after win, leading San Francisco on an improbable run. It wasn't just that he was managing the game, he was making spectacular plays, threading the needle on crucial third downs, and showing an ability to scramble out of danger when the pocket collapsed. As the playoffs approached, skeptics wondered if Purdy's luck would run out under the brighter lights of postseason football. But Purdy only got better. In the NFC playoffs, he led the 49ers past the Seattle Seahawks, then engineered a thrilling victory over the Dallas Cowboys, proving he was no fluke. His chemistry with tight end George Kittle and the 49ers' explosive offense, combined with one of the best defenses in the league, had San Francisco dreaming of another Super Bowl. Then came the ultimate test, the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles, one step away from the Super Bowl. Purdy walked into the hostile environment of Lincoln Financial Field, knowing the stakes were higher than ever. Unfortunately, fate wasn't kind that day. Purdy suffered an elbow injury early in the game, and though he bravely fought to return, the 49ers fell short. Yet, even in defeat, Purdy had already accomplished what no one could have imagined. He'd taken a team that had lost its top two quarterbacks to within one game of the Super Bowl. But this wasn't the end of Brock Purdy's story. It was just the beginning. As the 2023 season dawned, Purdy's elbow healed, and he was named the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. The critics who once doubted his ability were silenced, and now he was a symbol of resilience, determination, and the idea that anyone, no matter how overlooked, can rise to the occasion when given a chance. His improbable rise from Mr. Irrelevant to a Super Bowl contender had inspired not just his team, but a legion of fans who believed in the power of perseverance. In the 2023 season, Brock Purdy continued to defy the odds. With every game, he proved that he wasn't just a flash in the pan, but a legitimate starting quarterback in the NFL. The 49ers, behind his leadership, became one of the top teams in the league, and by the end of the season, Purdy had led them to the biggest stage of all, Super Bowl 58. As he stepped onto the field, the enormity of the moment wasn't lost on anyone. Brock Purdy, the kid who was passed over and dismissed by nearly every college and NFL scout, was now playing in the Super Bowl, the ultimate dream for any football player. His rise was insane, not just because of where he came from, but because of how he got there, through sheer willpower, belief in himself, and the unwavering support of those who had always seen the fire in him. Brock Purdy's journey from an overlooked high school quarterback to Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl starter is one of the most remarkable stories in sports. His rise wasn't just about proving doubters wrong. It was about proving himself right. His story serves as a reminder to all of us that no matter how many times life tells you no, it only takes one chance, one opportunity to change everything. So, what's your story? What are you waiting for? Take your shot. Because like Brock Purdy, you never know how far that one moment of belief can take you.